by Perez Tire Center, Aces Bail Bonds, Miranda & Sons Automotive, Bridgeport Auto Glass, Ramirez Spanish Restaurant, Tito's Barbershop, The Paz Funeral Home.
What's up, you guys? Welcome to Super Elite Entertainment. I'm your host, Jason Rodriguez. Always excited to be here in the studio broadcasting live from the great city of Bridgeport, Connecticut. As you already know, this platform has been created for you, the people of the community. Our goal here is to bring you some hope, some inspiration, some encouragement, and some informative information as much as possible. We strive to bring you the best exclusive interviews throughout the state of Connecticut, and we're going to continue pressing hard, pushing forward. And first of all, I need to apologize really quick, because if my voice sounds a little different tonight, it's because I'm a little hoarse. I've been under the weather. I'm a little congested, but I'm not going to allow that to hold me back from coming into the studio and broadcasting here tonight. I'm really excited tonight because I have a really good friend of mine named Evan Smith, who works for the WWE located in Stamford, Connecticut, and also he is a sports analyst here in the studio with me. He's going to be my co-host. He's going to be, just spitting some fire with me tonight. We're going to be talking some boxing. We're going to be talking about the Willie Pep Invitational that took place this past Saturday night there at Manelli's Banquet Ballroom Hall in South Windsor, Connecticut. Jason Concepcion, big shout out to you, brother. Amazing event you put on. I stick to what I told you the other day. Your event, not excluding anyone else, but your amateur event is the greatest amateur boxing event that is put on within the state of Connecticut. Last Saturday was a big hit. I mean, the fights were amazing, so much fireworks, and the crowd was amazing. 450 plus tickets were sold for this event. There wasn't one empty seat in the house, and listen, it was a very successful event. So if you missed that event, don't worry, I got you covered, because tonight I am going to be showing some highlights. The video that we're going to show is a little lengthy, but it's really good. All right, it includes interviews with Jason Concepcion, with Motavo from Motavo's Boxing Gym, also with Diego Bengoche, who is an amateur boxer on his way eventually to become one of the pros out of Connecticut. But anyhow, so much going on tonight. I want to bring in my co-host tonight, Mr. Really Quick, Evan Smith. What up, brother?
Hey, what's up, man? Thanks for having me back, man. It was so much fun last time. I couldn't resist but to come back.
Yeah, absolutely, man. And listen, I am so excited to have you here as my co-host tonight. This is the first time I bring someone on the show as a co-host. So, you are honored and privileged.
I am honored. I know we've been talking about this for a while, and we're actually getting the ball rolling a little bit, man. I love boxing and the Willie Pep Invitational. You were telling me all about it. So, it's a perfect perfect situation coming on, and talking some more boxing, big fights over the weekend, and we're gonna have a fun time again tonight.
Absolutely. So for you guys that are watching, after we get done with the video highlighting the Willie Pep Invitational that took place this past Saturday, we're gonna dive into it, man. We're gonna talk about the big fight that took place Saturday night.
Yeah.
Canelo versus the Crusher, Kovalev.
Sergey Kovalev. That was a good one, man. We're definitely gonna talk about that.
Yeah, we're definitely gonna jump into that shortly.
Yeah.
I know you're ready to spit some fire about that fight.
Oh man, it was great, man. I made a little money on it and everything.
Yeah?
Yeah, we'll talk about that in a little bit. But yeah, no, it was good, man. It was a good, pretty good fight, and there were definitely some other good fights that night. So it's gonna be a lot of fun.
Well, whatever amount of money it is that you won, I'm expecting by the end of this show, you break me off a little piece.
Yeah, baby. Yeah, man. Well, you are my co-host, so we'll have to negotiate that after the show is over. We'll talk about that.
Absolutely, man. So, again, welcome, you guys that are watching, that are just tuning in. Listen, please feel free to hit that like button, comment, ask us any questions you may have. Also, click that share button and share this live broadcast onto your timeline, all right? Like I said, we do this for you, for the people of the community. Again, if you know someone out in the community that's an impactor, an influencer, a shaker, someone that's making things happen within our society, go onto our website, contact us at www.supereliteentertainment.com, notify us in regards to this person, and listen, we will bring them into our studio. We will bring them onto our show. We will have them sit right here on the hot seat for an exclusive interview. All right?
All right.
Now tell them, is the hot seat burning sometimes?
Oh, sometimes, man. You ask some tough questions, like all those questions you asked me at the end of the show a few weeks ago. That was tough stuff about the movies and all that. It's,
Yeah.
it's good stuff.
All right, so Ev, are you
Yes.
ready to jump into the Willie Pep Invitational?
Yes, man. I've been excited. You've been telling about it, so I definitely want to learn even more about it.
All right, so you guys that are watching, right now I'm going to show you the highlights of the Willie Pep Invitational. This took place this past Saturday there in South Windsor, Connecticut at the Manelli's Ballroom. And the Willie Pep Invitational is one of the biggest amateur boxing events that take place annually in the state of Connecticut. This was their 4th annual event, and they're already working on the 5th, which is going to be taking place basically a year from now.
Yeah.
So they're already working on it, man. So listen, if you're an amateur boxer, if you're an amateur fighter, you don't necessarily have to be in Connecticut. You could be in New York. You could be. Matter of fact, we had a few fighters that night that were from Canada.
Yeah.
Yeah.
People making the travel all the way down.
All the way down. They traveled from Canada, from Springfield, Massachusetts. So it was a great, great event. So if you're an amateur boxer and you're looking for an opportunity to showcase your skills, listen, watch this video, and at the end, feel free to contact Jason Concepcion right there on his Facebook or Instagram page. All right. Again, here we go. Willie Pep Invitational.
All right.
All right. Let's make it happen. What's up, you guys? It's your host, Jason Rodriguez from Super Elite Entertainment. And listen, I am here at Manelli's Banquet Hall in South Windsor, Connecticut for the Willie Pep Invitational, soon to be called the Willie Pep International. Excited to be invited by Jason Concepcion, who's the president of this event. He is also a member of the USA Boxing here in Connecticut. And listen, tonight the card is stacked with some of the best amateur boxers throughout the state of Connecticut as far as Springfield, Massachusetts. So listen, join me as we go inside. I'm gonna do my best to get some highlights for you of the fights. I doubt I'm gonna catch all the fights, but I'm gonna do my best to get some highlights for you. And also, I'm gonna do my best to get some interviews with some of the fighters and some of the trainers. 450 plus tickets have been sold for this event. It's a sold out event. The house is packed, the card is stacked. So listen, join me as we go inside and enjoy.
Boxing Academy. Please welcome Jose Rodriguez. 3 2-minute rounds in the 132-pound JO division. Your referee, Wayne DeRocher.
Hey guys, I'm Joshua Orton. I'm at the Willie Pep here. I'm 5-0 with 2 KOs. Come watch me fight in Rhode Island and River Casino. I will be fighting against Michael Valentine. 6-0, I'm 5-0. It's going to be an amazing fight. It's going to be an out-packed, sold-out arena. Come check it out. All war, one love. See you guys there.
Fighting tonight. You fighting tonight?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. What's your name?
John Peppers.
What was that?
John
John what?
Peppers.
What weight division?
165.
Where you from?
Worcester, Massachusetts.
So what can we expect from you tonight, man, when you step into the ring?
You want to see a fight? I come to fight. The fans are strong.
Fireworks? Is this your first Willie Pep Invitational?
First one.
Your first one? Oh, okay, so you're looking to win. You're looking to put on a display of fireworks, huh? What's your amateur record so far?
12 fights. 8-4.
Okay. Who's these guys with you?
You also amateur.
Jonathan, I have 17 fights. Yeah. I'm not good at interviews.
That's all right.
My bad.
You say you got 17 fights?
Yeah, 17 fights.
Okay.
Yeah, I fought in my last fight was in the national.
The Nationals?
Yeah,
How did you do?
Eastern Elite qualified. I thought I got robbed my first fight over there. You know, it is what it is.
Have you fought in the Willie Pep Invitational yet?
Nah.
No? Are you looking for an opportunity eventually?
Yeah.
Yeah? All right. I'm sure it'll come. I'm sure it'll come. Just keep doing what you're doing. All right. How about you guys? Trying to hide from the camera.
I'm another Monster. I'm 1-1, trying to improve my record little by little.
Okay.
And hopefully things go out. Hopefully I get invited to Willie Pep in the future. And I hope I come back better and stronger.
Excellent, man. How about you?
So, Michael, my name is Michael. I'm Jordanic coach.
You're what?
Coach.
Oh, you're the trainer.
Yeah, I'm the trainer.
Okay, so you training all three of them?
Yeah, sometimes, yeah. Me and Rocky, Carlos Garcia.
Okay.
Yeah, we are a team.
So you've been in training camp and preparing your fighter for tonight.
Yeah, sure.
So what do you expect for your fighter tonight?
I know he's gonna come to fight hard, ready for everything. You know?
Excellent.
Body
Well, good
shots, body shot, head, everything.
luck. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Well, good luck tonight. All right.
Yeah.
All right. And we got Rocky here, trying to hide from the camera also. What's up, Rocky? What can you tell us about your fighters, man?
They come to fight. You know, he's got about 12 fights, amateur, and we jumped on an opportunity to fight in this show because one of the best shows around, especially for amateurs, and a lot of great people doing it. Jason, everyone that's helping out here in Connecticut. So he's coming, hopefully put on a show. He's fighting against Canada, which is good. So he's fighting Tristan Brooks.
Yeah.
Well-decorated amateur from Canada, been in the high top-level world competition, so international competitions.
Wow. So you're going up against?
He's
Canadian.
going up against. And that's what it's all about.
So you know he didn't come all the way from Canada to lose, right?
And I ain't come all the way from Worcester to Louisville.
That's right. See, that's the response I want to hear.
I've been knocking people out, so that's what I'm gonna be looking for tonight.
That's what's up, man.
That's it. Thank you for everything.
Thank you, man. Good luck tonight, all right?
Thank you.
Nice to see you, Rocky.
Always.
Here at the Willie Pep. You first Willie Pep?
No, second. Yeah.
Okay. So what are you expecting tonight?
I'm just gonna do what I do. That's it. I like to talk trash.
Yeah, well, you better tell everybody that's watching right now what you do. We want to know what you do. I know what you do. I've seen you fight many times. You ain't no joke. You're all about business. You handle yours. So, what can we expect out of you tonight?
You'll see.
Huh?
You'll see.
We'll see. Fireworks?
It's gonna be a good show.
Explosion?
Yeah.
All right, well, we're going to ask your pops then.
Hey, what's happening?
All right. Your daughter's going in the ring tonight. We're here at the Willie Pep Invitational.
Yes, sir.
And I've seen her fight previously. She's all about business. She's the real deal. And with that said, what can you tell us about your daughter tonight? What do you expect out of her?
Oh, I expect a victory. I expect a very hard fight, a competitive fight. This young lady is coming from Canada. She is the #1 in her division. But we would like to send her home, you know, with the L, if we can. You know, so myself, Coach Jose, if you go to the side, Coach Jose.
Jose, what's up?
He definitely worked on many tactics in the ring, and a lot of pressure, a lot of head movement, so forth. So you should see a action-powered bout. Action bout. Okay.
You know, I gotta say this to you really quick before I let you go, and I'm gonna ask you a couple of questions. But I admire the way you work with your daughters,
Thank you.
I love your the time and the dedication and the effort you put into it, and it shows when they step into the ring every time.
Well, I thank you, and I want to take all the credit, but I would be remiss in my duty if I didn't extend that credit also to Coach Jose Ortiz, who's been my partner for the past 7 years working with the kids, and he's there faithfully. So I thank him as well as your compliments. I
Thank you. And Jose, ¿cómo está, pa?
Bien, bien, bien.
¿Todo bien?
Yeah.
So, háblame, dime lo que hay.
Aquí con la nena, otra vez aquí en Willie Pep.
Ajá.
You know, hacer lo que estamos haciendo siempre. Ya se está preparando ahora para los tryouts de USA team for the Olympics. So hopefully, you know, December, you know, she can make it happen. Today is just, you know, a test. She's going to fight a #1 girl, so it should be a very competitive fight. They're coming to take the win. We coming here to take the win. So let's see.
That's what's up. And let me ask you something, 'cause I'm sure you also work with young male fighters.
Yep.
So what's the difference for you working with female fighters? And is that something that you really enjoy?
I really enjoy it. Everybody will have their own style. They develop their own techniques. Work ethics are all different, so I have to adapt to what they do. You know, I got little Joseph, 2-time national champion. The 2 girls, 2-time national champions. So they're doing really well. They listen and they work hard. So.
Well, it shows in the ring every time they step in there. So you're doing an outstanding job, and I congratulate you, and I wish you and the Chisholms good luck tonight.
Well, they deserve all the credit. They're the one that step in the ring, not
That's
me.
right.
So I just
That's
give them the
right.
advice, and they take it, and it's all about a team. So.
You prepare them,
Yep.
and they showcase it in the ring. Thank you.
Yeah, you're welcome.
All right, you guys, now we are here with Orlando Montalvo from Montalvo's Boxing Gym located in Stamford, Connecticut. Montalvo, man, always a pleasure to see you, brother.
Thank you.
So tell us about the Willie Pep Invitational.
Willie Pep Invitation, that's the best. This is the legends, and this is we have to support it because this is great for opportunity for people, especially young fighting in Connecticut. I think that's the best.
Excellent, excellent. Now, is your wife here? Because I know your wife is a big active player in the sport of boxing as well, in the amateurs.
Yes, my wife is George. You know, she started when I got, wow, that's a long time ago, 1977. You know, that's when, you know, we were running the boxing as 39 or 40 years boxing.
Wow.
Yeah.
Now, before I let you go, tell us about your gym in Stamford, Montalvo's Boxing Gym.
Montalvo Boxing Gym is located in 533 Hope Street in Stamford, Connecticut. You know, we get, you know, a young kid, 5 years old, up to 99.
Wow. All right, Montalvo, well, thank you very much, brother. God bless you.
You're welcome, man.
Let your hands go, Mikey! Go! Up the middle, Mike! Don't let him hold you! Go! Come on! Go, Mikey! Go! Come on, Mikey, all you! Mikey, walk the back there! Yup! Get your hands going, Mikey! Come on, baby! Keep going forward, Mike! 10 seconds! Who wants it more? Go, Mikey! Nice! Nice, Mikey! Keep rolling! Go!
Canada. Please welcome Rego! And her opponent across the ring. She is fighting out of the blue corner.
Go! Go!
fight. I watched from a distance, but that was a great fight,
Paul
man.
Iannuzzi, the root dog, he caught me with the shot. It was like slow motion falling back. It was a good, clean fight, and he's the champ.
Awesome, awesome, man. Such a pleasure to see you fight tonight.
Thank you.
Because I seen the tenacity in you.
Thank you, that I have.
Yeah.
This was with 1 week notice. He found out a week ago that he was fighting tonight.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, you know what? Sometimes when you want to fight, you got to take it last minute.
That's right. I remember years of waiting for one.
Thank you. God bless you.
You too. Thank you.
There is no hiding from the camera. What's up, Chip? Talk to me, man. What do you think about the Willie Pep Invitational tonight, man?
This is a great turnout. I'm here with my family, my wife, my kids. LT's here. Yeah, it's a great turnout. Good place to watch some good fights.
Reminds you of your amateur days?
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, for sure.
It's always a pleasure to see you, brother. God bless you.
Thank you.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, we're here with Mr. Dennis Perkins, boxing promoter here at the Willie Pep Invitational. Dennis, such a pleasure to see you, man.
Pleasure to be seen.
Tell us, what do you think about this grand event here in Connecticut tonight?
It's just magnificent. It's a great fight. It's a great atmosphere, and this is what Connecticut boxing needs. It needs events like this to bring in out the best against the best, and it's just a wonderful evening of fights.
You know, you're a boxing promoter. You have put on amateur events yourself.
Yes.
Can we expect anything out of Dennis Perkins Promotions in the near future?
We're gearing up for a great 2020. We're going to try to do 6 shows all over Connecticut, Danbury, New Haven, Hartford, Waterbury. We're going to bring you the best boxing right here in Connecticut, so stay tuned. The best against the best, for sure.
And you need to make sure that you include also Bridgeport in there.
Oh, absolutely. We're definitely going to have Bridgeport in there, because that's hard to boxing. We got Ortiz boxing there. We got the Chisholms there. So Bridgeport is definitely going to be seeing Dennis Perkins there very, very soon.
Excellent, man. Well, listen, it's always a pleasure to see you, brother.
Likewise.
And you're always about your business, and we look forward to seeing what Dennis Perkins Promotions brings to us in Connecticut in the near future.
The best against the best, always.
God bless you.
Thanks.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, we are here at the Willie Pep Invitational, and I get an opportunity to interview Mr. Diego. Pronounce your last name, because I always mess it up.
Bengoche.
Bengoche.
Yes, sir. Bengoche.
Listen, man, you are literally I could say a world champion, because you have won pretty much every championship that an amateur can possibly win out there.
Yes, sir.
With that said, we're here at the Willie Pep Invitational, and you are a veteran of this event. This is the 4th annual event they put on. You've been in it 3 different times.
Yes,
you took home 1 victory out of 3, and you're here as a spectator tonight. What's the difference for you?
There's no difference. It's just like studying for a fight, watching how everyone performs, and learning from it. When I watch fights, I like to see what I would do to beat that guy, even if he's in a different weight class. I like to study for him and see what I would do different from what his opponent is doing, pretty much. So it's like there's no difference. Sort of like that.
Yeah. You know what? How important is an event like this, the Willie Pep Invitational? The reason why I ask you that is because you have fought in so many different types of venues, so many different amateur events. You've been a part of so many of them. But the Willie Pep Invitational is different. It's spectacular. It's high end. It's always sold out. And I mean, how important is an event like this for an amateur who's working his way up the ranks to eventually, like yourself, become a pro?
I think this show is really important because Connecticut, this is all Connecticut, and you're only invited to this show. This is like the best show in Connecticut. It's for the IBF belt, which is one of the best belts out there. It's a belt you want, the WBC as well. And it's just an honor to fight in a show like this where you're invited for it, and it's Connecticut's best.
Yeah. Now, one of the things I like about you, Diego, is that, because I do follow you on social media, I see all the pictures you put up. You're always at a fight. You're always in the ring, whether it's sparring or actually fighting in an amateur event. You are always somewhere. I mean, do you like live, breathe, drink, eat, bleed boxing like 24/7?
Yes, I do. That's all I do. That's the thing I'm best at.
Yeah.
It's boxing. That's all I do. In the gym every day. That's all I do.
So I know that eventually, at some point in the near future, Diego Benquechoa is eventually going to become a pro. Am I right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, that's the goal right there.
So is it like around the corner? Are you like scraping the surface or?
Yeah, we don't know yet. We're shooting for the Olympics, 2024. We're gonna see how we do there, and we'll just see what we do from there. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
See how that goes.
Excellent. So before I let you go, is there anything that you want to say to your fans that are watching right now?
I want to thank all my fans and supporters out there for supporting me, and just looking out and just for donations, all that stuff. Without you guys, this is impossible. I wouldn't be going to all these tournaments without the support, without the donations, all that stuff. So thank you. I really appreciate that, guys.
Excellent, man. And listen, man, continue doing what you're doing.
Yes, sir.
I mean, you're a shining star.
Thank you.
And you're just scraping the surface of what's to come your way. I can't wait to see you on Showtime.
Thank you, guys. Thank you again.
God bless you. What's up?
There's the man. Best media man in the business right there. You better believe it.
Oh, man. So you got one of your fighters from Coba boxing?
One. We've got 3 of our boxers. Got our top prospect, Edgar Martinez, in the only prospect novice bout. We have, of course, the journeyman, Damani Williams. We've seen him many times. Considered a young Tyson-esque. And we have Deputy Chief Robert Ford fighting in the Masters main event. And a little surprise is tonight is Joel Rodriguez. Jose Rodriguez is now, along with his brother Lennox, fighting for Coba.
Wow.
And that's a big unveiling, which is about to happen in about 2 minutes.
Wow.
So we're excited. Great to be here. Hope you enjoy the matches because I was the matchmaker for this show, and as always, that's always fun to do.
And just like I told Jason Concepcion, you did an outstanding job putting these fights together.
Thank you very much.
Congratulations.
I appreciate it. Thank you for all your support.
Thank you.
Thank you.
And now we're going to turn to the Iceman, John Scully, also here at the Willie Pep Invitational. First of all, it's always an honor to be able to run into you in person, man, because you are a man that's all about the sport of boxing. When anything to do with boxing, you know about it. So here, Willie Pep Invitational, give us your breakdown of what we can expect tonight.
You know, they try to put every year. They try to put a special show in terms of high quality. You know, like you know, everybody deserves accolades, but they try to pick from the area and get the better kids and the more accomplished kids. So you're going to see a higher level of competition tonight for sure.
Excellent. So, what is your role tonight with the fighters from Coba?
Well, I help train the boxers when I'm not in training camp with Better BF. I'm at the gym, you know, pretty regularly, and I work corners. I do the mitts with the guys and work on different techniques and strategies, you know. And so I'm you know, I've known Johnny Callis for 36 years. You know, I met him when I first started as a novice boxer. So he invited me to be a part of his gym a few years ago, and I'm still there.
Excellent, man. Well, I know that with you being there, your presence is beyond just a blessing. It's an encouragement and motivation because you are the Iceman, John Scully,
Yes, sir.
the real deal.
Yes, sir. Thank
Pleasure
you.
to see you tonight, brother.
You too, buddy.
God
You
bless
too.
you.
Always.
Nice to meet you. Yeah, nice to meet you. How you doing?
How we feeling?
Feeling great.
I see. You ready?
Feeling 35.
Feeling 35?
Yeah, when you're 50. That's good. It's not a bad thing.
What can we expect tonight out of you?
You know what? Hopefully, I don't get off to a slow start because it's short rounds, and you know, just a good, clean, hard-fought match. Good, clean. Guy I'm fighting's wonderful.
shout out to Chris White.
Yeah.
You know, so can't wait to fight him.
Now, is this your trainer right here?
My trainer, yeah. And my wife.
And wife.
Your wife,
Yeah.
your trainer, your manager, and your boss.
She does the accounting. She does everything like that. You know?
She does it all, right?
Yeah, of course.
All right, what's your name?
Absolutely.
Jill.
Jill.
Mhm.
All right, so what do you expect out of your husband tonight when he steps into the ring?
I expect a really great performance. He's fast, powerful, smart fighter. I expect a good performance.
Doing it a long time.
Yeah.
Doing it a real long time. I was there back in 1987.
Excellent. Well, thank you very much, and I look forward to seeing you step into the ring tonight.
Thank you very much.
God bless. Since you're here, you're going to get on there. All right, we're here with undefeated champion Charles the Truth Foster at the Willie Pep Invitational.
Yes, sir.
And listen, man, what do you expect about tonight?
Which fight, Canelo's fight or the amateur show?
You know what? Let's start off with Canelo versus Kovalev, who's fighting tonight. What size you working with?
I'm gonna go with the naturally bigger guy. I'm gonna go with Kovalev. Everybody's underestimating his jab. I think his jab is gonna dictate a lot of the fight. So I'm gonna go with Kovalev.
Okay. That's a hard call for me, man. So I'm going with both.
50-50?
Whoever wins, I win.
There you go.
But we're here at the Willie Pep Invitational, the 4th annual event that they put on.
Yeah.
As you can see, it's a big event, high end. They put a lot of work, a lot of effort into making this happen and giving individual fighters opportunities to showcase their skills, coming up in the ranks and hopefully reaching the plateau that you are currently on. Undefeated professional champion. With that said, man, what is your take in regards to the Willie Pep Invitational?
Oh, I think it's a really good show. You know, they throw it once a year, gives amateur something to look forward to every year to train hard for, and you know it's a big stage for everybody to compete on. It's the best in Connecticut, so they do a good job throwing the show. They try to make really good competitive fights, and the fighters keep going from here. So it's like kind of a little tournament, but it's not only a one-day fight. But you're known if you win this the year before, you come back again the next year. You got to keep repeating.
You know what's interesting is that the IBF and the WBC is actually involved in this because they supply the belts that the individuals that are going to fight tonight actually take home with them.
Yep.
So I find that really, really interesting. But the other interesting thing I find is that your brother, your youngest brother, and I got to say, you Foster brothers, man, are making a lot of noise. You know, there's 3 of you, right?
3 of us, yeah.
3 of you making a lot of noise, and your youngest brother's fighting tonight. So what can we expect out of your youngest brother?
You know, for him, just listen to my coach. You know, we have an awesome coach at Boxing and Faith, and we have also 2 other people fighting tonight. But you know, out of Joshua, you know, he's a super talented kid, fast, strong, good defense. So you know, he can do whatever he wants in the ring. It's up to him.
Excellent, excellent. Well, Charles, thank you very much.
Thank you.
And I hope to see you in the ring in the near future, brother.
Yes, sir.
All right, God bless you. We're fighting tonight at the Willie Pep Invitational. You're one of the 3 Foster brothers, making a lot of noise in the boxing industry.
Yep.
And both of your brothers are in the pros. You're still in the amateurs, working your way up to the level that they're in. What can we expect from you tonight at the Willie Pep Invitational?
I mean, I always show out when I fight, so you know what's up. When I step in the ring, it's like, I don't know, it's natural. Feel me? My shit's work.
All the work that you've been putting in with your trainer, Louis Rosa, at Boxing and Faith Gym. Can we see a great reflection of that tonight when you step into the ring?
Watch me. Yeah, you're gonna see it though.
Yeah?
Yeah. There's no harder training in the world. Like sometimes I be thinking he wants to lift up the parking lot. That's the type of workouts he has us do.
Oh yeah?
All the cars on it too.
Yeah. Excellent, man. Well, listen, I wish you good luck tonight. Can't wait to see you in the ring, brother.
Thank you.
God bless, okay?
Come on, go for it, Mike! Come on, go! Go! Yo, up the middle! Go for it, Mike!
Ladies and gentlemen, we are here at the Willie Pep Invitational with the president of this event, Mr. Jason Cobsession. First of all, Jason, big congratulations on the event that you have put together. Sold out event. The house is packed. The fights are amazing. And this is just the 3rd fight so far.
4th fight so far.
and those girls are going at it.
Oh, that's the Chisholm.
It's one of the Chisholm sisters. And listen, I just want to thank everybody that came out to support this show. This is so important for our budget for next year, so that way we can do things for the kids in Connecticut with boxing. This is a great night to showcase our sport to people who have never been to a show before. And I just want to thank everybody who bought a ticket, everybody who donated to the 50-50. Thank our sponsors, Atlantic Restoration, Benestar, Connecticut Boxing Hall of Fame, Western New England Golden Gloves, Dressler Law. And I want to thank my wife for putting up with me for the last 2 months, because after tonight, when I get home, I'm just going to walk through the door and fall flat on my face. But thank you, Super Elite. Jason, you did a great job, and thank you for interviewing us. And I mean, just look at this place.
This is pretty amazing, man. Let me show the people that are watching. I mean, the place is just sold out.
It's sold out. It's packed, and I just want to thank everybody. And this is what it's all about: the community coming together for a good cause, having a good night, everybody in a safe place. You know, no drugs, no drama, and the kids are on stage.
That's right.
So congratulations to all the winners. Good effort to all the runners up, and fight hard, fight safe, keep it clean, and we'll see you next year.
And just in closing, I have to restate what I stated before. This is the biggest amateur boxing event in the state of Connecticut, and you and your team have made this possible.
What I hope is that the people that have come here for their first time, that they really enjoy it, and that they then come to the club shows. That they really enjoy themselves this night and say, you know what, I want to go to the next Boxing and Faith show. I want to go to the next Ortiz show, the next Harper Boxing show, the next Ring of Honor show, Martinez, Whaling City, Blue Boy, all the gyms in Connecticut. I hope that this brings more people to your show, because we're trying to reach a bigger audience, and I hope that we've done that tonight.
Excellent. Jason, thank you. God bless, and big congratulations on your event taking place here at the Willie Pep Invitational.
Big team effort. I want to thank Kevin Smith, Roma Smith, Phyllis Roy, Heather Concepcion. I want to thank Heather Concepcion, big time. Dr. Gerstenfeld, Jeffrey Dresser for announcing, Sean Fay for DJing, Dean Fay for donating the ring. I mean, there's so many people I'm forgetting. I'm sorry if I forgot you, but no, from the bottom of my heart, I thank you for your help.
God bless you, Jason. Thank you very much, brother.
All right.
Until next year.
Until next year. I start planning tomorrow.
That's right.
Seeker, the track.
All right, welcome back to Super League Entertainment. I'm your host, Jason Rodriguez. Listen, I hope you enjoyed that highlight footage that we just showed. Matter of fact, I'm gonna bring my co-host back into the picture. So what do you think, F?
Yo, that was awesome, man. Yeah, really well done. You put that thing together. It was really cool. It looked like a great turnout, too.
Oh, man, the place was sold out. Over 450 people there in the building. The fights were magnificent.
Yeah.
And listen, man, I cannot wait for next year. It's an annual event that the Willie Pep Invitational puts on a yearly basis. The person that runs it is my good friend, Jason Concepcion. He is also a member of USA Boxing, a part of the Connecticut Hall of Fame. And this is something that he does on an annual basis. He puts a lot of work, a lot of time, and a lot of effort into it. This is his baby.
Yeah.
And next year, matter of fact, I'm going to put you on the spot right now. Because
right.
Next year, right?
This is the hot seat, right?
Yep. Next year, it's going to be you and me sitting at the 5th annual Willie Pep Invitational, and we're going to be commentating it, broadcasting it live from wherever the venue is going to be. How do you feel about that?
It would be amazing, man. It seems like an awesome event. I mean, it's named after the legendary Willie Pep, one of the best featherweights of all time, one of the best boxers of all time. So yeah, man, that sounds like exciting stuff, and I would be honored and be a lot of fun to call an event like that. So I would be looking forward to that.
Absolutely.
The only thing is I have to wait a whole year.
Yeah, I mean, they already had someone there that was doing some commentating, and they were broadcasting the event for them.
Yeah.
So I came into the picture at the tail end of the arrangements. But listen, the following day after the event, I was contacted directly, and I was offered an opportunity to do that.
Yeah.
So listen, you just make sure you be ready, man.
I'm ready, man. I love the sport, and I would love to be a part of something like that. So yeah, definitely would be honored to do it.
Yeah. So for you guys that are watching right now, I'm Jason Rodriguez, the host of the show. I have my co-host for the first time sitting on the hot seat with me, and his name is Evan Smith. Works for the WWE in Stamford, Connecticut. Also, he's a sport analyst, and the reason why I say that is because you don't only focus on boxing.
Yeah.
I mean, you're involved in football, baseball. You do tennis also?
I like watching some tennis. I play some tennis as well, but yeah, I don't know that sport as in depth as a sport like boxing or baseball or even football. But I'm familiar with some tennis.
Yeah. So tonight, we showed the Willie Pep Invitational highlights.
Yes.
I mean, I thought it was outstanding.
Yes.
Now we're gonna be talking about some boxing.
Sure.
All right.
Let's get right into it.
Yeah, we're gonna talk about the big fight that happened this past Saturday.
Right.
Canelo Alvarez versus the Crusher.
Yes.
Sergey Kovalev.
Right.
And what a great fight! But before we dive right into it,
okay,
we gotta take a quick commercial break.
Oh, leave
all
our viewers at the edge of their seats, huh?
No, we're gonna leave you at the on the edge of your seat because we gotta pay some bills. But when we come back, we're gonna pick up where we left off, talking about the fight that happened this past Saturday there at the MGM Grand in Las Vegas. Canelo versus Sergey Kovalev. We'll be right back momentarily. Don't go anywhere, guys. We'll be right back.
Hi, welcome to Aces Bail Bonds.
Do you need information regarding bail bonds and the bail bond process? Contact us at Aces Bail Bonds, where we are happy to give you a free bail consultation. You are in capable hands with our reputable agency. For fast, reliable bail bond service, get out of jail fast with Aces Bail Bonds. You can save time and money by calling ahead. We'll have the forms ready for you, with everything handled privately, discreetly, and confidentially at our office. For fast, reliable bail bond service, call Aces Bail Bonds now.
Welcome to Ramirez Restaurant.
All right, you guys, welcome back to Super League Entertainment. It's your boy, your host, your favorite host, Jason Rodriguez, broadcasting live from the great city of Bridgeport, Connecticut. Always excited to come into the studio, man, and reach out to you through your phone, through your iPad, whatever it is that you're watching us on tonight. I'm excited to have my good friend, Mr. Evan Smith, my co-host, sitting on the hot seat with me. And listen, we're doing this together. I'm not on my own tonight, man.
Right.
So you better be speaking up.
I'm doing. I can do some talking. Let's get the good conversation going back and forth. But yeah, man, whatever you got, I'm ready for it.
So let's jump right into it.
Yeah.
Canelo Alvarez versus Sergey the Crusher Kovalev.
Yes.
Big fight took place this past Saturday there at the MGM Grand in Vegas. First of all, I got to vent.
All right, let it all out.
I got to
start your venting.
I got to vent. First of all, why did they schedule this big fight on the night that UFC had a big fight going on as well? Why? Because they didn't hit the ring until 1:35 in the morning.
Yeah.
Come on, man.
That was pretty late, man. Even for boxing, man. Boxing usually starts around like 11:30, the main event on a typical night. But it was in conflict with the UFC fight. I don't know who scheduled what event first, but it was definitely something that should have been considered at an earlier point to determine, You know, because the fight didn't come on till 1:30. I was falling asleep a
Listen,
little bit. It was a good fight, but I was tired.
I was exhausted. I had to force myself to stay up.
Yeah.
I mean, a few times I nodded off, and you know,
don't nod for too long. It could be a knockout. You know, in boxing, something like that. But there were some earlier fights that they were building up for. But actually, we weren't the only ones nodding off there. I don't know if you saw some of the stuff earlier. They were showing them Canelo and Sergey Kovalev were both taking naps on the couch.
Mind you, they had their hands wrapped.
Yeah.
They had their gloves on.
Right.
And they were napping on the couch for over an hour.
Yeah. No, that's crazy. I don't think I've ever seen that in boxing.
No.
That's like unheard of. I think a lot of people were upset about that, and it's just something that doesn't happen that often. Like, you got your adrenaline, you know, you're warming up for the fight, and it's definitely a mental thing when you're getting ready for the fight, getting prepared, and then you have to stop all of that to take a step back. Your adrenaline must be shot going to the ring after that. I'm sure it has some type of effect on the fight.
Now let's be realistic. I mean, do you think that duration of time where they had to wait hour and a half before they stepped into the ring, hands wrapped, gloves on in place, do you think that was a disadvantage for Crusher Kovalev?
I think it was. I think he looked like he was out of it when he was taking a nap on the couch. Canelo eventually kind of went to the couch, but Canelo looked agitated, Canelo, but I think I don't think it would have changed the outcome of the fight, but I think mentally and physically, I think he was, his muscles were more relaxed. I don't think he was in it as much. There's a certain time period where you're amped, you're ready to go. You did your warm-ups, and you're ready to go down to the ring, and you have to wait another hour. I think that's it's kind of like a rain delay in baseball when you got your pitcher, and then after a few innings, you got to wait like an hour. It's gonna put that delay. It's a mental thing. So it's
let me tell you something. I know that this fight was broadcasted by DAZN.
Yes.
DAZN, and DAZN is an app that you have to download onto your phone, or you can watch it through your Fire Stick or through your Wuku.
Yeah.
Do you think that maybe they lost a few customers because of that duration of time we had to wait?
Well, I will say I was reading the social media blogs and also on Twitter, and a lot of people were feeling very frustrated with that outcome, that they had to wait so long for it. And it's understandable because a lot of people, there's some crossover in the sports. They're both combat sports, and some people are true to boxing, some people are true to UFC, but then they get the crossover, so that's kind of where they were trying to capitalize on not losing viewers in that sense.
Yeah.
But on the contrary, they probably lost some viewers because the fight took forever to put on. So definitely I know a lot of people were not happy about that. A
lot of people weren't happy about it. And it's when you have the announcers, the commentators, the people that's trying to keep it going, right, looking at the looking at the camera as if to say to us, we know that's bad.
Oh, they know. And then they were definitely on the commentary, they were talking about that a lot, and they were showing a lot of packages, profile pieces to kind of get the viewers back into it. But there's only so long you can wait till that the air is sucked out of you, and then once the fight started, we were good to go, and then we had to go through a few national anthems because you got the
Dear Lord. Now listen, no offense to the Mexican population, but that national anthem is so long.
You got the Russian one, I think they did the American one. There's 3 national anthems they have to go through. By the time they could have at least started like the walks and everyone getting to the ring by the right after the fight started, which they eventually did, but they could have even started that earlier. But as soon as because I was watching both fights. I was at a casino and I saw they were both on the screen, so I saw that the UFC fight ended. They were doing the post-fight interview, and they were still laying on the couch. So they could have started that process a little bit earlier. I think, I'm not 100% sure, but I'm pretty sure that the arena for the Canelo Kovalev fight was showing the UFC fight in the meantime to show the fans why it was being delayed.
Yeah.
So that was a weird situation. Not too often does that happen.
Yeah.
We've seen good fights on the same night in boxing where there's a fight in the past on HBO or Showtime or PBC or whatever the case may be, and they're going head to head. But they don't usually, that doesn't usually delay it by that much.
Yeah.
So it's that was a weird situation.
So let's talk about the fight itself.
Let's get into the fight.
Right, let's get into the fight.
I don't want to delay it as long as they delayed it.
Canelo versus Kovalev.
Yeah.
Round 1, round 2, all the way up to round 11.
Sure.
Sergey had a decent game plan.
Yeah.
He was, utilizing the jab.
Sure, yeah.
He was utilizing his reach, his height advantage. I mean, he was looking pretty good.
Yeah.
But by the 11th round, he got exhausted.
Yes.
He got tired. I mean, I guess those several body shots that Canelo landed broke that tree down bit by bit.
Yeah.
What's your take?
I think that was the game plan all along. I mean, I kind of saw that early on when they were showing the stats for Kovalev and how many jabs he threw. And he threw like 200 or 300 more jabs just thrown, not landed, than Canelo. And at that rate, you eventually tire yourself out. And that was something that has been a problem in the past for Kovalev. And we saw in the Andre Ward fight and some of his other fights that stamina always seemed to have been his issue. And that was the concern going into the fight. So you would have thought he would have maybe paced himself a little bit better. But I think he was trying to keep Canelo off of him because he has a stiff jab. And that's something that could keep Canelo at bay, which was working for the earlier parts of the fight. But like you expressed, I think the body shots were eventually accumulating, and they eventually got to Kovalev in the middle later rounds, and you could see eventually that he was wearing and withering down, and then eventually the tree came crashing down.
Yeah. So Kovalev utilized the jab.
Yes.
And my question is, why didn't he also utilize his hooks?
Right.
I mean, there was a possibility that he was really close to winning the fight.
Yeah, I mean, well, the thing is, Kovalev was the much bigger man going into the fight. He's a natural 175-pounder, whereas Canelo is really a 154 guy who moved up to 160 to fight Triple G, then moved up to 168 for a fight, moved back down to 160 for Daniel Jacobs, and then jumped two weight classes, not at his natural weight. Obviously, Canelo was the more skilled fighter, as we had known going into the fight, but Kovalev was never just a power guy. I mean, he's a guy who could usually cut off the ring. Sometimes he had Canelo backing up, and so his power, I think Canelo respected earlier on. I think the game plan was for Canelo to keep moving around, work, and try to get on the inside, throw those body punches.
I mean, Kovalev did have Canelo a bit frustrated because Canelo's the type, when you see him just throwing random hooks and he's just throwing it out there and missing,
pushing his punches.
I mean, that was similar to when he fought Floyd Mayweather. Mayweather frustrated him.
Yeah.
But Canelo got his game plan together by the 9th, the 10th round. Canelo started figuring this thing out.
Right.
And that's why he was able to break down Kovalev and take him out in the 11th.
Right.
Really quick, Jason Concepcion, who's the
the
president, and he's watching. What's up, Jason? Who is the president of the Willie Pep Invitational? He said on here just now on Facebook, he said it was a equilibrium shot on the temple that took Kovalev's legs away.
Yeah, definitely. Well, that punch later on in the fight, I think he caught him with the left hook, and then he followed it up with the there was a flurry of punches there in the later rounds. Because Kovalev didn't look like he was really hurt up until that point. He might have been a little bit tired, it definitely seemed like, but he wasn't really hurt. And then a few cumulative shots on the rope got him, and then he finished him off with that really devastating right hook that put him Kovalev up against the rope. So definitely spot on with that assessment. Yeah, for sure.
So what do you think is next for Kovalev before we ask the same question in regards to Canelo?
Kovalev, he has probably a lot of thinking to do. It depends what he wants to do. I think he probably earned a decent amount of money from this fight where he could probably hang him up. If I'm being brutally honest,
that's a good point that you brought up, because Kovalev just got the biggest paycheck in his whole career, which was $12.5 million.
Right.
Good amount of money.
Not bad.
I mean, not bad, man. He can, like you just say, he can hang it up and call it the night.
Yeah, I mean, depends how much fight he has left in him. I mean, obviously, he doesn't have that many losses. He lost to Ward twice. The first one was controversial. Then he lost to, I think it was Diaz. He got knocked out, but then he returned the favor, or when he won that fight. And then the Yardy fight, the last fight he fought, that was a tough fight for him too. But he ended up, his power overcame that.
Yeah.
So he was able to win that fight. I mean, Canelo's a tough fighter. I mean, Canelo's the top guy. He's
he's rated the best pound for pound fighter in the world right now.
Yeah.
And the thing is, Canelo is really at that level where Floyd Mayweather has been for a long time.
Well, yeah, and definitely as far as the cash cow goes, I mean, it's been a long lineage of De La Hoya, who kind of passed down the torch to Floyd Mayweather, and then eventually to Canelo. Canelo, when he fought Floyd, was a lot younger, and he wasn't quite ready to take those reins yet, but has improved dramatically in those years. And actually, I was watching that fight back the other day, and it actually not to get too sidetracked, but it makes you appreciate Floyd Mayweather's tactical style that much more, that he was able to fight a guy. I mean, obviously, Canelo wasn't as experienced as he is now, but Floyd fought a guy, he's 147 pounds, Floyd, is like his walking around weight. Now Canelo went up to fight a guy who's 175 pounds and knocked him out. I mean, that's impressive that a guy who's 147 pounds
jumps to weight division,
totally negated,
captures a title.
Yeah, four title. I think it's fourth consecutive title. Yeah. So,
I mean, so looking at Canelo,
yes,
the question is, what is next for Canelo? Now, there's two individual names out there being thrown around.
Yeah,
you got the trilogy with
Triple G,
yeah, Gennady Golovkin, and the other name that's being thrown around there is David Benavidez.
Yeah.
I mean, what do you think?
I wouldn't mind seeing the Triple G fight one more time, but I think I think Canelo's in his prime, whereas Triple G is kind of starting to go towards the waning years of his career. So I wouldn't mind seeing a third Triple G fight. I mean, Canelo says it's not a competition, but I think it's still a decent fight.
I mean,
the last guy that Triple G fought was a tough competitor. So and styles make fights. As as a boxing fan and as an analyst, that styles make fights. So but an off night.
Me personally, I would love to see the trilogy.
Yes,
I would love to see Canelo go up against Triple G all over again. I mean, I enjoyed the first fight. I enjoyed the second one.
Yeah,
I want to see another one.
Yeah.
But Canelo said, I already beat him.
Right.
Golovkin has nothing to offer me. But if the money's right,
that's what he said.
Just like when it comes down to Floyd, if the money's right,
yeah,
we can make this thing happen.
I think it would be right. I mean, that's still probably one of the bigger fights as far as name recognition goes, as far as the quality of the fight. I mean, those guys put on 2 wars to start with, and it's one of those things as well where Triple G is a little bit older now, and if you recall the Rumble in the Jungle, or the third fight, the Thrilla in Manila, with Joe Frazier and Muhammad Ali, where they were both older and they were just trading punches more frequently. I think you could get something like that. Those guys both can trade punches and both have amazing chins.
I got a couple of people on here leaving us some comments.
Yeah, man.
Jason Cups is he's on point, man. He's saying that fatigue was a factor. He's saying go up to 200 pounds. He's saying for Canelo, and then Jason is saying also that Crusher Kovalev should just retire. And you know what? He made $12.5 million. Yeah. Maybe he should just retire.
Canelo should go to 200 pounds?
He say Canelo should go to 200 pounds.
I don't know about that. So that's a little much going up against a guy like Wilder or something. I don't know about that.
And then also he mentioned on here the Charlos
are good. They got to go back down to 160 for that fight, but they're on different networks, so that's problematic. But those would be good fights. Those guys are in mind. And then a name that a few people have been floating around that is currently retired, and I doubt he would come out of retirement, is Andre Ward.
Oh yeah,
SOG. Yep. Andre Ward.
Yep.
So that would be an interesting fight, I think. If they
that would be an amazing test.
Yeah, I think for both
challenge.
Guys. Yeah,
for both individuals.
And Ward hasn't fought in a while, so I mean, it could be interesting. I don't know if he would take a tune-up. I doubt he wants to fight. It doesn't sound like he sounds content not fighting, but you never know in boxing. And he's not that old. He's probably somewhere mid 30s. Andre Ward. So he could still be in fighting shape. We've seen a lot of guys come out of retirement after a few years. So a guy like Floyd Mayweather has retired a few times. A lot of boxers retire a few times, but as of right now, it seems like Andre Ward is content not being in the ring. So. Yeah, but that would be a good fight.
So let's acknowledge a couple of people that are watching it here.
I like it.
Jason, listen. Jason says Kovalev's option is. Well, he took 4 tries to make 175.
He did, yeah. Well, Kovalev could maybe go up. He could probably go up to like cruiserweight and fight a guy like Usyk, but I think Usyk moved up to 200. Yeah. So, I don't know. I think Kovalev might have outgrown that weight class, but at the same time, it might be time for him to hang it up. But it depends what he wants to do. Yeah. Because I think I don't really know too many top guys at 190. Well, I think 190 would be the next one, cruiserweight. But that's something he has to consider. He'll have to go back to the drawing board.
So really quick, I just want to acknowledge a couple of people that are watching right now. I got Isaiah Yampton. He's saying hi, Jason. How you doing, brother? Always appreciate you tuning in on a weekly basis. He's always watching every week.
Yeah.
I want to say hi to Hilda Cardoso. I want to say hi to Nelis Lozado, and also my sister's watching from way out in Arizona.
Oh, wow.
I want to say hi to her. I want to say hi to Connie VJ.
fan base
Victor
goes
Perez.
far.
Listen, Victor Perez. Matter of fact, let me put this on the screen. I want to give Victor Perez from VIP Barbershop. All right, located in the city of Bridgeport, Connecticut. I want to give you, Vic, a big shout out right now because I know you're a faithful watcher and you tune in every single week. So big shout out to my boy Vic Perez from VIP Barbershop. Also, I want to give a shout out to Ty Staples, Santos, Witcher Santiago, Lou Del Valle, Beverly Parr, Miguel Macho, Eddie Aquino, Jose Flores. So many people that are watching. Listen, if it's not because you tune in and watch on a weekly basis, we will not be able to do what we do. All right, this show is for the people. This is for them, and that's why we come here and broadcast. And this right here is my new co-host, Evan Smith. All right.
I'm honored.
Yeah, you are honored. But you know what? And I got something else I got to show real quick. And I know we've been talking about Canelo and Kovalov.
Yeah.
But so I'm gonna put you on the spot real quick. Well, not really put you on the
all
spot.
right, what do you got?
But I just got something to show to the people that are watching because you and I, a couple of years ago, made the attempt of trying to start a show.
Yes.
Right? A boxing show.
Right.
We made one episode we did, and then it just fell apart.
We took like 2 years to make that episode too, man. It was like 2 years of production meetings and all this, but we're so busy with our our daily lives and our schedule that it was tough to get together. But it was so much fun that we eventually got back around to starting to do it again. So
yeah. So what I'm gonna do is I want to show the viewing audience a quick clip of when we first initially started our show a couple of years ago. All right, you ready for this?
All right,
you're gonna laugh. Here we go.
Triple G going toe-to-toe against Canelo Alvarez. I mean, how excited are you about this fight coming up?
It's going to be a great fight, and that is exactly what they might be doing. They might be going toe-to-toe, but we'll just have to see how it plays out. Now, the thing is, this fight has been marinating for a few years. This is going to be a great fight. The styles match up great. It's just two guys are going to be coming forward. Triple G's going to be going after Canelo. Canelo's going to be trying to counter him off the ropes. And these styles are just great. And two guys at peak condition. It's going to be an amazing fight.
This fight is being called the fight for supremacy. And Saturday night is all about who wants it more. Two big guys, 160-pound fighters. I mean, going toe-to-toe against each other. We don't know what the hell to expect. I mean, they're both heavy hitters. They're both in their prime. They're both the best fighters right now in the sport.
I think that's why it's such an intriguing matchup. They're, like you said, they're two of the top pound-for-pound fighters in the world right now, and they're going to be going head-to-head. It's very rare that you get...
So, Ev, what do you think about that footage?
That was good, man. And ironically, we're still talking about Canelo Alvarez, so he's been a star for the last 2 years at least, because I think that was like 2 years ago.
That was like 2.5 years ago we did that first one little episode we did.
Right, it was the start of something great, and we had to wait 2 more years to brainstorm what we wanted to do next.
Mind you, when we made that episode, it was in the garage of my house.
Right.
With a green screen behind us.
Yeah.
And there was just all kind of junk everywhere in the garage, but it looked pretty decent. We made it happen.
Yeah. No, it was definitely good, and it was they always say you start out small, so you take the next step to the studio, and then the next thing you know, you'll have a really massive studio down in like New York somewhere. So you keep taking those steps. It was pretty cool to see humble beginnings, right?
So this is great, man. This is my co-host Evan Smith from WWE. Also, sports analyst. I'm your host, Jason Rodriguez. We're going to take a quick commercial break. Are you okay with that?
Yeah, I'm okay.
Co-host?
Yes.
All right, I don't want no problems.
No, man. Well, we can take this outside and fight in the ring. See you at next year's Willie Pep Classic.
We'll be right back. Don't go anywhere, you guys. Don't go anywhere. Oh, man.
Looking for custom wheels? Looking for quality and professional service? Do you need a flat tire repaired? Are you looking for a $45 alignment and the lowest prices in the state? Come to Perez Tire Center, located in the city of Bridgeport. At Perez Tire Center, we take pride in our selection and service. We are never short on inventory, and we give you the best guaranteed lowest prices up front. At Perez Tire Center, we slash the competition and will beat the other guys. Financing is available and no credit check is needed. We also install batteries and tires on recreational vehicles, trailers, and motorcycles. If you need it, we got it. Perez Tire Center is open 7 days per week, located at 72 Milton Street in the great city of Bridgeport, Connecticut.
All right, you guys, welcome back to Super Elite Entertainment. I'm your host, Jason Rodriguez. We had to take a commercial break and pay some bills because if not, we would not be able to do what we do on a weekly basis. This is Mr. Evan Smith, my co-host, who's joining me tonight from WWE, Stamford, Connecticut, and also sports analyst. I'm over here looking at this camera when yet the camera over here is on in front of me. But anyhow, man, we're having a good time, man. How you feel?
Yeah, great, man. This is a lot of fun. I really enjoy this stuff, and I'm being genuine about that. So it's always good to express our thoughts and opinions on boxing, because I know those are the things that we're passionate about. So
that is our greatest passion. We love the sport of boxing. I mean, I like baseball. Yankees my favorite team. I like other, a little bit of football. Right. But my passion is boxing, just as yours is.
Sweet science.
And the sweet science, and there's nothing like it, man. And you had mentioned the top 10 pound-for-pound fighters that are in the industry right now. Break it down to us.
Well, I won't give them all because, we'll save that for another episode. But I was specifically thinking about Canelo. And a lot of people, have had Canelo outside the top 3 for a while, or maybe like the 3rd pound-for-pound best. But I have to ask you, do you think, because it's usually Vasily Lomachenko and Terrence Crawford have been like interchangeable, like 1 and 2, and maybe Triple G in the mix like a few years ago, and Kovalev maybe, and Ward, obviously Andre Ward was like the top guy for a while until he retired. But Canelo, man, do you think he's number 1? How do you see it? His resume is pretty strong.
I think he is number 1.
Yeah?
That's my personal opinion, because he has beat pretty much all the biggest names in the industry.
Yeah.
I mean, he has gone up against them. He hasn't cherry-picked.
No.
I mean, he has taken them head on. Some of them he beat by points. Most he beat by knockout. So Canelo has proven himself. He has an amazing resume with, 54, 55 victories on his record.
Yeah.
He has only 1 tarnish, which was against Floyd Mayweather.
Right.
And that can't really hold that one against him, because Floyd is Floyd, and losing against Floyd, I mean, when he fought Floyd, how old was he? 21, 22?
Yeah, like 22, 23 maybe. Yeah, around the early 20s.
Yeah, so I can't take anything away from Canelo. That 1 tarnish to me is invisible. I don't even pay attention to it.
Yeah.
But when it comes down to top 10, top 20, top 50, at the top of the list, I put Canelo Alvarez.
Did you have him number 1 before this fight, or did this solidify him being number 1?
I think that this victory did solidify him as being number 1.
Yeah.
He went in there against a bigger, taller guy, and he showed that not only that, but he was willing to move up 2 weight classes.
Yeah.
And that's risky.
Yeah.
I mean, a lot of people, might say, oh, it's only 5 pounds, 10 pounds, whatever.
It's a
that little bit of weight makes a big difference.
It's a lot in boxing, for sure.
It is.
Yeah.
It is. But he went up 2 weight classes, and he went in there and proved himself.
Yeah. And some would argue that Sergey Kovalev isn't the fighter he once was. After the Ward fights, mentally, I think he was definitely not the same fighter, just because he was knocking everybody out.
Yeah.
And that definitely is a mental thing, that that fear that you put in your opponent. And once that he lost the first fight on the decision, which was controversial, and then the second fight definitely unraveled a little bit, and he's a little bit older now. But at the same time, he's still a dangerous fighter with a big punch. And Canelo stepped up to take that challenge, and not a lot of fighters would do that.
Absolutely.
So I think that definitely deserves a considerable amount of credit. And I think Canelo, it's funny because he's always been the last few years that cash cow and that one of the biggest names in the sport, but never like really like number 2 or 3 in the top pound for pound, despite his resume being so strong. He's fought guys like Arizlan Delara and Austin Trout, and he beat obviously the fights with Triple G were pretty good, but Daniel Jacobs recently, James Kirkland. I mean, he has an extensive resume there if you look at it. Mosley back in the day, he's got a pretty strong resume. Look at it up and down. It's really strong. A lot of big names, a lot of champions.
Yeah. And listen, I was having a conversation with someone earlier. We were talking about Canelo and Kovalev. And, they had mentioned that why is it that Canelo has the privilege of picking who he wants to fight? Listen, when you get to that category, when you get to that level where Floyd Mayweather has been for so many years, that's what Canelo is.
Right.
When you get to that level, you have the right to pick who it is you want to fight, because anyone that fights Canelo right now becomes an instant millionaire.
Right.
All right. So if you're gonna become a millionaire on my efforts, you better believe I'm gonna be the one that's gonna be picking who is gonna fight me. I'm gonna be very, very selective.
Yes.
All right. I'm not just gonna pick anybody, because your life is gonna change the moment you step into the ring against me.
Right. And the guys he's been fighting have been top-notch competition for the most part. I mean, Rocky Fielding wasn't really, he was kind of didn't turn out to be as tough as we might have thought, but he was still, I think, 168-pound champion. But there's, for the most part, Canelo, the guys he has fought are top-notch guys. So even though some people might argue that he took a while to fight Triple G, and that a fight eventually came to fruition, which was it came together at a good time, down the road. But I mean, Canelo's still fought some top guys, and you definitely have to give a lot of props to him for doing that. I mean, he's definitely become a more overall complete fighter.
Yeah.
Earlier when he fought Floyd, he wasn't that complete fighter yet. Now you see more head movement. He's moving around, cutting off the ring better, boxing.
He's not as flat-footed as he used to be.
Right. Yeah. Exactly. I mean, you saw the head movement in the fight against Daniel Jacobs. I mean, that was like Floyd Mayweather stuff himself, man. Moving the head, avoiding punches. So yeah, man, he's been fun to watch recently, and I never really pictured him so much as a knockout artist, like that devastating power. But he certainly, I mean, you look at his resume. Like I always pictured Triple G as that guy who's like, feared, and he's gonna get the score the knockout. But Canelo's definitely has started to put, he's been, you look at his knockouts, he has a lot of them. So definitely has some devastating power.
Yeah, and and with that said, I want to acknowledge a couple of people that are watching right now live on Facebook. I got Conrad Diaz, who is saying, "Hi, Jason. How you doing, buddy? How you doing, Conrad? Truly appreciate you tuning in tonight." I want to acknowledge OJ Cooley, Luis Rodriguez, Scott Plouffe, Angel Foster. She's saying on here, excited that Super Elite Entertainment will be covering the 2020 Willie Pep Invitational. The Willie Pep event is such a great platform, and that is what they showed this past Saturday in South Windsor. The Willie Pep Invitational is an epic event that takes place annually in the state of Connecticut. And listen, we are excited because excited. You and me, we're going to be there calling all the shots next year.
I'm excited, man. It's going to be a lot of fun, and hopefully get some preparation to calling some of those fights. We're going to watch some more boxing in preparation, and it's going to be a fun night of action.
Absolutely. Also, I want to acknowledge Dan Cooper, Robert Velez, and Tonka Ramos. All you guys that are watching that tuned in tonight, it's been such a great night. We've been having a blast. Man, I feel good. How about you?
Yeah, I feel good, man. This show's an adrenaline rush. It's got the live broadcast going, and it's fun, man. I like it.
So, I'm ready to shut it down. How about you?
Calling a technical knockout in the 11th round. It's like the 12th round. We'll go to the cards.
We'll go to the cards. But listen, such a great time. Honored to have you come down to sit on the hot seat as my co-host. Listen, we will be doing this again.
Yes, I'm looking forward to it.
And to let the people know that are watching, we are in the works of adding on another show onto the Super Elite Entertainment platform.
Yes.
All right, so we're gonna have, my show, which you watch on a weekly basis, but we're gonna have a new show coming up, which is gonna be strictly boxing.
Yes,
all right,
I like the sound of that.
Yeah, and it's gonna be me and Evan Smith. He's gonna be my co-host on that new show, and we're looking to do interviews with all the different boxers that are in the industry, whether they come into the studio live or we'll be doing it by video.
Right? Yeah. For sure.
So we'll be pulling them in by video. But man, listen, we got some big plans. So for you guys that are watching, I just ask you to continue praying for us, continue supporting us, continue tuning in, and send us a comment. Go onto our website at www.supereliteentertainment.com. Leave us a comment. Leave us a comment here. Let us know what you think. If you have any ideas, any subject matters, anything that you want us to present to you. If you know someone that wants to come on our show, all right, whether they're an athlete, not necessarily boxing, they could be a baseball player, football player, they could play tennis, they could play, kickball for all I care. We'll bring them out to the show.
Yeah.
We'll interview them.
I like the versatility, man. You got a lot of different walks of life on your show, and that's why it's interesting. That's why people are tuning in.
Yeah. And with that said, man, I think I'm done. How about you?
I'm tapped out. I think I'm calling it, throwing in the towel.
All right. So, what are your closing remarks for the people that are watching right now? Your closing remarks.
Putting me on the spot. It's a hot seat. Well, just keep tuning in. It's a good show, and Jason's got a good following here, and a nice community of people, and yeah, I think that's all I got, man. Just keep tuning in.
All right. And with that said, I am so excited to do this on a weekly basis. We're not going to stop. We're going to continue pressing forward. Listen, I'm not being cocky in regards to what I do here in our studio. No cockiness here. There's nothing but love and nothing but opportunity that I'm extending to you, to the viewing audience, and to the people who come onto our platform. I don't care if you're a Christian, you're a Muslim, Jehovah's Witness. Doesn't matter to me what religion, what color of skin you are. Our platform is for you, for the people of the community. All right. So listen, tune in next week. All right. Next week is going to be a special show. I'm not going to give you any details, but it will not be taking place here in the studio. So tune in next week. It's going to be an exciting time. Next Tuesday, 7 o'clock sharp. Make sure that you guys tune in. Also, I want to give a big shout out again to Jason Concepcion. Congratulations on the Willie Pep Invitational that you put on this past Saturday there at the Manelli Ballroom in South Winston, Connecticut. You killed it. You and your team. Johnny Collins, the matchmaker for that event, you guys smashed it, man. So, big congratulations to you guys. Me and Evan Smith are looking forward next year to be ringside calling the shots at the Willie Pep Invitational. With that said, I'm done. How about you?
I'm out.
We wish you a good night. God bless, guys. Tune in next week, next Tuesday, 7 o'clock at the same channel, same place, same time. God bless.